What's up, everybody? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Courtesy of all you patrons on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. It's good to be here, uploading this video on Shame on News and maybe Corrupted. I don't know where I'm going to upload this. I won't upload this on Joe Cronin Show because I want to stick to wrestling over there. But I got a quick little thing to shoot off on here. The world is full of hypocrites right now. I mean, it's never been more blatant than right now. It's almost unbelievable. I'm going to give you some examples of that in just a second. It's concerning, it's weird, and it's just obvious. I'm going to start with the NBA. You see, recently the NBA banned players if they didn't get vaccinated. But recently we had an NBA player who made it a point to who he can't play because he's not vaccinated. But because of how the laws have rolled back, he's actually able to attend the basketball game, go sit in the crowd with everybody, hug the players on the court, and that's all fine. But he wasn't allowed to play in the game. Just very strange. Go look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. The NBA. So you've got that situation, right? Now to you and me, and I'm talking to you out there. You could be an independent, you could be a liberal, you could be a Republican, you could be whatever it is you are. But we can all agree. We can all agree that it doesn't make any sense, and it's borderline stupid. It is stupid. Let's just say it. It's stupid that an NBA player can go to the game, sit in the front row, hug all the players, cheer for the team, but he can't play because of the NBA laws, rules, or whatever on the vaccinations. Makes no sense. Also, another hypocrisy that's going on right now, Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett was sentenced. He's going to be in jail for a couple of months or whatever it is, and he claims the only reason he's going to jail is because of racism. Yet you can cite many things similar to this, and people went to jail for it. Like Lori McLaughlin, who went to jail for some kind of goofy scheme or whatever. It's the same sort of slap on the wrist that you're getting. But how funny is it that a guy who claims the reason he's going to jail is racism, when he used two white people to portray white people and Trump supporters as racists by faking an attack on himself to basically be racist. So he actually partaked in racism and a lie, and now he's upset that he's going to jail and says that's because of racism. There is a mentally ill retardism in America right now that is running wild, like shockingly wild. So anybody with a brain listening to me right now, you can agree that if you hire two white men to beat you up or pretend to beat you up so you can say there was a hate crime on you when there wasn't, and try to frame them as Trump supporters, just like if I had some black men beat me up with Biden shirts on, and then I claim that black liberals beat me up with Biden shirts on, although actually if you look up some New York footage recently, you can find some of that actually happening. It would be wrong of me to do that, right? We all can agree with that, but for some reason people agreed with Jussie Smollett, which is very strange. It tells you about the psychotic, crazy, hypocritical nature of this country right now. TULSI Gabbard. TULSI Gabbard is being called a treasonous Russian asset by Mitt Romney. Why is she being called a treacherous, treasonous Russian asset? All because when Tulsi, like you and me, learned that there were biolabs, and not bioweapon labs, but biochemical labs in Ukraine, our government admitted to it recently, and they talked about it recently, and the news covered it recently, and then Tulsi Gabbard said, hey, we should try to make sure we destroy those things so they don't leak out. And hey, we should be careful fighting around those areas so the pathogens don't leak out and we don't have another pandemic. Well, you are a treasonous Russian asset. None of that is treasonous. None of that is Russian asset. Everybody in the world agrees we should protect the biolabs so that the pathogens don't leak out. Just like we should protect Chernobyl so that doesn't explode worse, or we don't dump nuclear waste into the water. We would all agree with this. It is not treasonous, treacherous. It's not a secret information that no one's heard of. Everybody's heard of it. Everyone was talking about it. Tulsi merely said, you know who else would say something like this? Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Starship Enterprise. If there's going to be war, we must have our most hasteful efforts to protect the biolabs so chemicals don't leak and end up killing people or causing millions of deaths. You know, he would say something like that. Hey, listen, the war's going on. We'll deal with that, but we really need to be careful of the biolabs. That's not treasonous. That's not treacherous. That's not Russian asset. But to Mitt Romney, it is. Why is it to Mitt Romney a problem? Could it be that they just want Tulsi Gabbard dead or to shut up? Because they always are fighting Tulsi with no information. Colin Kaepernick, here's another example. We can agree on this probably too, if you're on the left or the right. Now, this is mostly stuff that's being peddled by the left, so I'm sorry to be picking on that side right now, but hey, man, you guys are really fucking crazy right now. Colin Kaepernick wants to play for the NFL again. Colin Kaepernick is begging for a job. Please, give me a job. Hire me. I could be a quarterback again. Well, that's weird, Colin Kaepernick, because you said that the NFL was racist and run by basically modern-day slave owners. You said that getting paid millions of dollars was the same as slavery. You said the NFL was racist, but now you want to play for them again. Why is that? Could it be because you were just full of shit and now nobody really wants to work with you anymore, and now that all your little endorsements have run out, now you want to come back again all of a sudden? Another hypocrisy. I think we can all agree that Colin Kaepernick is a fucking idiot and a liar and a weirdo and another mentally ill person that are running rampant right now in the United States, but also worldwide, to be honest. But it's really perpetuated here in the United States. There is something wrong with our country. Our mental illness is off the page, and I think it's because we've been feeding it. We could also turn to G4 on YouTube. G4, who had a LGBTQ host the other day who looks like a fucking mongoloid, get really angry and say oh, you just don't like me because I'm not hot. So people called her out because she had game information wrong. She had game information wrong. People called her out for it, and she flipped out. But what did she say? Not that, hey, sorry, sometimes I get things wrong. Not that. She said, you just don't like me because I'm not hot. You just don't like me because I'm not sexy and getting all sexy for you. All those women that got naked on G4 before, they weren't here to just be easy on the eyes for you. They weren't here to just be sexy for you. And then all kinds of subscribers started dropping off and all these things. This person went on a psychotic rant about other people being hotter than her. And then, this week, G4 put a bitch in a bikini. All sexy. Then they did sexy stuff all over G4 all week. So you called the audience misogynistic, disgusting, and blamed them for liking when G4 put sexy on the screen. And then you said, that's not the way things are now. All right? And now they're doing it again. You can't make up this kind of retardism and hypocrisies. You cannot make up this mental illness. It is running wild and rampant that even somebody like me, who I would consider myself a fairly limited brain functionality individual, is able to see that this country, companies, and people of power and of social media prominence are out of their goddamn minds. They're either lying, crazy, or completely fucking out of their minds. And I don't know what it is. What do you think it is? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. I don't know what else to say. Subscribe for more content and give me your comments down below so we can talk about it later. The whole world's insane. I refuse to be. I'm already crazy and weird enough without going completely dumb as hell. We'll catch you guys in the next video.